With fall almost here, it could be a great time to finally repair that weathered rubber roof on your RV. This week, Jeff Johnston, with the help of a friend, shows us how to repair your roof now, so you're ready for next season. Also, Jeff shows us the new Sani Con Turbo system from Thetford and how it can change everything you hate about getting rid of your wastewater. And we look back with Evanne on her Australian RV adventure as she shows us around her caravan park and prepares a tasty, healthy Australian breakfast treat. These stories and more on this week's Rollin On TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968.
This is an EPDM rubber roof on a 15-year-old trailer. It's still intact, but it's discolored, full of tiny weather check cracks, and is definitely showing its age. With a worn-out roof, you could keep your trailer in a shed, but that cuts down on your camping time. The Roof Renew Kit from Dicor Products is a cost-effective do-it-yourself solution for an aging rubber roof. Use of this kit lets you get your RV out of the shop and keep it camping. Dicor's Roof Renew Kit comes complete with absolutely everything you'll need, well, except the plastic for wrapping the outside of the trailer. We'll get to that a little bit later. But it includes a roller pan, roller handle, 2 9-inch rollers, a roll of masking tape, which is for putting on the plastic to protect your paint and finish, 2 quarts of the cleaner and activator, which is sort of like a primer. This stuff is very caustic, and there are very specific safety precautions you have to take while you're applying it and using it. We'll get to that in a little bit. 50 feet of roof repair tape that you use to apply over any cracks or rips or small tears in the roof, and 4 gallons of EPDM rubber roof coating. This is enough to cover approximately 125 square feet per can, or 500 square feet for the kit, which means this kit is good for a vehicle up to about 30 feet long. Now, if you need more, of course, you can buy the cans individually as well. Most important is the Roof Renew Kit instructions. We are following these instructions to the letter because it's a very specific process for making this system work. We'll show you how it's done here. We parked the trailer under a shed roof to keep out of the rain and avoid messing up inside the shop with the pressure wash later on. Trailer owner Dan Mountjoy had already cleaned the roof, so our next step, per the instructions, was covering the RV with plastic to protect the paint finish and fiberglass from the cleaner activator. Now, we're using 3 mil plastic to protect the side of the RV. Normally, we would use the masking tape that came with the kit, but because the plastic is a little bit on the heavy side, we were going to use the blue painter's tape, which is a little bit wider, but this just isn't strong enough. So instead, we're using good old-fashioned duct tape. Normally, this stuff leaves all kinds of residue on a surface if you leave it on too long, but we're not going to leave this on more than a couple of hours or so. So we decided to use this stronger material that may be able to hold this up. And it's a little bit windy today, so we've got quite a project going here as far as tacking everything down. But we will get it protected. The final cleanup step was to carefully scrape a few fir tree pitch spots from the roof. The surface has to be clean of any dirt or other debris before installing the new rubber coating. The instructions are fairly specific when it comes to working with the cleaner and prep material, and it's a good reason because it's fairly caustic. Now, the most important thing that you can wear, of course, is these. Don't forget your safety goggles or your rubber gloves, both very important for this step. Dan went one step better on protection by choosing a full face shield to guard against chemical spray or splashes. Dan dumped both quart bottles of cleaner activator into the portable sprayer for easy rooftop application. The cleaner activator is sprayed on the roof thick enough to wet the rubber but not enough to run off the sides. It must be left to work for at least 15 minutes or more before removal. The cleaner activator is no more dangerous than many concentrated, undiluted household cleaning products, and it contains no toxic chemicals that are hazardous to health. However, people with extra sensitive skin that reacts to strong chemicals should be especially vigilant about the safety gear. Next, we set up our small rental pressure washer with its fan spray tip. A long hose allowed us to leave the pump unit safely on the ground while washing the cleaner activator from the roof. Once the cleaner activator is rinsed and diluted with water, it loses its chemical punch and becomes harmless on the ground. The next step is removing the protective plastic sheeting, and Dan followed this with a thorough exterior rinse down. Peeling off the duct tape revealed a bit of adhesive residue on the walls, but nothing we couldn't clean up later with turpentine. We were lucky to have a heated garage space for working on the trailer. Once parked inside, we used compressed air and towels to dry the roof, and a lunch break gave it more time to dry thoroughly. Once the roof was dried, we used the kit's coating-ready cover tape to reinforce a couple of existing patches and a few spots where screw heads were determined to bump up against the roof membrane. The tape sticks like crazy to the clean surface, so choose carefully when applying it. Masking tape with the kit is also intended to mask the border of the roof recoat area so a clean edge results.
Wow. Well, according good for fly over there.
We're not quite finished with our rubber roof renewal, so after the break we'll show you the rest of the job. Stay tuned.
Thetford's tough new Titan sewer hose is virtually uncrushable. Ever had your sewer hose run over by an RV? Watch Titan bounce back. Titan hose is made of Thetford's proprietary blend of TPE and provides the highest degree of puncture and abrasion resistance. It has an easy-to-grip fitting for a leak-free connection to RV outlets. A rotating elbow easily aligns and allows a convenient connection and straighter flow. Titan provides more for your money and is another innovation from Thetford, the RV sanitation leader.
When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
Welcome back to Rollin On TV. Before the break, we completed the first steps toward repairing our trailer's worn-out rubber roof, and now we're ready to finish installing the Dicor Roof Renew Kit. Per the instructions, we mixed each can of roof coating for 15 minutes. Applying the acrylic roof coating is like painting any surface with a roller. In this case, we gave it a generous application. We used a smaller brush to finish the edges and other spots where the roller could not effectively reach. To apply the second roof coat, we used an extended roller handle and worked from ladders to avoid standing or crawling around on the first coat that wasn't fully cured yet. With the second coat finished, all that remained was cleaning up our mess and letting the new roof cure before moving the trailer out of the shop. Well, it's finished. We started at about 7 o'clock this morning. It's about 7:45 right now. This Dicor Roof Renew Kit has made a new roof out of the worn, beat-up EPDM rubber roof on this 1996 vintage trailer. It's a lot of work. It gets pretty messy at times, but the result is well worth it, and it's considerably less expensive than taking it into a shop. You can do it. We did it. It's not that difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. So if you'd like to know more about the Dicor Roof Renew Kit, log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
Coming up after the break, we'll join Jeff at the Jayco facility and check out the Sani Con Turbo. We'll be right back. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com. At Norcoal, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcoal refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcoal RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcoal.com.
We all know that RVing is a wonderful thing. It's one of the best ways that you can spend your spare time. But there's one part of RVing that almost anyone who uses one of these rigs will tell you is the least favorite part, and that is getting rid of the waste products. Well, last year at the Louisville show, the big trade show where we look at all the new products for the coming year, something that really caught our eye at the show this year was the new Thetford Sani Con Turbo macerator system. It's a waste disposal system that's going to change the way you dump your waste. Not only did the Sani Con catch our eye, Jayco thought highly enough of the product that it's now available as an option on all the company's 2017 fifth wheels and soon to be available on the travel trailers. The system connects to the plumbing waste part of the system, obviously, and in this case, they've got it down here underneath the frame. This is the Sani Con Turbo pump here. Jayco's engineers have integrated it into the waste part of the sewage system. Most of them mount right here on the undercarriage of the coach. In the event that an RVer should happen to be nostalgic about his conventional 3-inch dump tube, Jayco has included a bypass valve so you can still do a dump with your old tube just for old time's sake. But Jayco's designers have integrated a handy storage compartment here to contain the hose mechanism. If you're accustomed to working with the 3-inch diameter flexible dump hose, the Anaconda as it were, you'll find this a pleasant surprise. And this is always connected, so you don't have to fasten anything for dumping. It's a 21-foot hose, so you don't have to be right next to the dump station either. Now, Thetford has designed several ways that you can connect to your dump station. One, the black cap here on the nozzle contains a standard size garden hose thread. In the event that your dump station is a long ways away, you can stretch out as much as 150 feet of hose, which means you, of course, have to keep your hoses definitely separate. And the nozzle itself is stepped and has 3 different sizes of threads, so you can fit virtually any type of dump station around the country. Now, most dump stations, of course, you won't use the garden hose. You just simply remove the nozzle cap, remove your dump station opening, insert it in the dump station, give it a bit of a twist to tighten it down, and you're good to go. Next step, once you're connected to the dump station, is open the holding tank valve, come back to the system here, flip the switch, and you're emptying your holding tank. Then you just wait a few minutes, you listen to it run, and when you hear the motor begin running at a little different speed, make a little different sound, shut this off, go back over, close your holding tank valve. The storage procedure is pretty easy. Disconnect it from the dump station, cap the Sani Con nozzle here, and because everything is always connected and you don't have to mess with it, just feed the hose back into their convenient storage compartment here. Tuck it away, and sometimes it may feel a little bit like pushing a piece of string up a set of stairs to do this, but it'll feed in there. Pack it away, and you're finished dumping for this time. We see an awful lot of new products at Louisville each year. A lot of them disappear from the scene within about 6 months because they're not really solid or don't have a serious use. This Thetford Sani Con product is not one of those. It's a solid, dependable item that's going to solve a real RVing problem for a lot of people. It's almost as easy as pumping gas. So the Sani Con Turbo, it's something that is going to make your RVing experience that much more fun because you don't have to put up with the worst part of the RVing experience anymore.
Next, we'll look back at Evanne's Down Under RV adventure. But first, a word from our sponsors. Never run out of propane again. With Level Check, there's no more guesswork. Just run the gauge over the tank, and when the light turns from red to green, you'll know exactly how much propane you have left. It's that simple. Level Check, another great product from Truma. For more information, visit levelcheck.com. For 50 years, Campers Inn RV has been your trusted resource for RV sales, service, and accessories. Now, with 15 locations along the East Coast from New Hampshire to Florida, we'll be giving you that same family-friendly service and be your trusted resource for another 50 years. For information and locations, visit us online at campersinn.com. Now you can have your own Truma AquaGo hot water system. Rollin On TV and Truma will be giving one lucky viewer a free Truma AquaGo system, completely installed by a Truma certified dealer partner. Just think of it. No more cold or hot water flashes, just continuous instant hot water where and when you want it. To learn how the AquaGo system works, you can watch the video right on our contest page, plus see what other RVers are saying about this amazing system. To enter is simple. Just visit our website, Facebook page, or Truma US Facebook page and click on the contest link where you'll find all the information on entering. Also, as part of this contest, Truma will be giving away free level check gauges, one per week for the entire 6 weeks of the contest. So, get those entries in and soon you may be taking an instant, constant, and endless hot shower in your RV. And, most likely, making a lot of new friends.
RV Cooking Show Evanne here on our 90 Days Down Under road trip for Rollin On TV. We are exploring the Australian caravan and camping lifestyle, and we're in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Now, I told you we were exploring the camping and caravanning industry, but when you look behind me, you might say, come on, I know you're staying in a luxury hotel. But that is not true. We're here at Lane Cove National Park, and we're in Tandara. Their eco-friendly tent is glamping at its best. Not only does it have luxurious sleeping accommodations, the bathroom is spectacular, with a full-size bathtub, a large glass-enclosed shower, and two sinks. On the other side of Tandara is a large deck where you can dine al fresco or relax while you overlook the gorgeous bush, see some colorful Australian birds and other wildlife. It also comes with a full outdoor kitchen, and they even lend you a couple of mountain bikes if you want to take a bike ride through the park. Believe it or not, we're only 12 kilometers from Sydney. A less than 10-minute walk will take you to the North Ryde train station, where you can train in, walk across the Sydney Harbour Bridge, visit the Opera House, Chinatown, Darling Harbour, everything else Sydney has to offer. There's so much to love about Lane Cove National Park, and I want to show you the caravan park side of it in addition to our gorgeous Tandara. They also have a really beautiful camp kitchen, and we're going to cook up some delicious little romantic something for a wonderful stay here at the National Park in Sydney. So come on, let's check that out. In the US, we call them RV parks or RV resorts, but here in Australia, they're called tourist parks, holiday parks, or even caravan parks. One commonality between Australians and Americans, however, is our love for the great outdoors and our desire to recreate in gorgeous natural settings. Now, if you're traveling with me, another commonality is food, and you're going to love something that I have found uniquely Australian, the camp kitchen. So let's take a look at that. You Aussies watching might laugh at us with our fascination with your camp kitchens, but it's something we don't have in America. This is the barbecue area of the camp kitchen, and a friend of mine told me you can always tell the quality of a park by how clean their barbecues are. What I'm going to make for us today is something quick, easy, and delicious. Now, Aussies always seem to shorten longer words, so I might call this a decadent breakfast, but we're going to call it a decky brekkie. I've got some fresh fruit on skewers. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil over that. I've also got a gorgeous couple of pears. Our barbecue grill is preheated, and we're just going to grill this fruit. We're just going to set it right down like so. Now, certainly, you might know the fresh fruit is the brekkie part of this little quick barbecue. This is what makes it decky. Some decadent 70% dark chocolate. And in just a couple of minutes, we're going to go over to the camp kitchen part, and I'm going to heat up this lovely dark chocolate in the microwave. Yeah, they've got one right over there. Let's go do that. So here we go. This is the actual camp kitchen part of it. They've got refrigerators, and people can leave their food in the refrigerator and fill out just a little sticky that identifies who the food belongs to. You've got a microwave. You've even got a hot water dispenser, and these are really, really awesome. I've broken the chocolate up into small pieces, put it in a glass bowl, and I'm microwaving it for about 30 seconds a pop, opening up the microwave and checking to see if it's melted enough. This looks just about right. Smooth and delicious. So let's go on back to the barbecue. I think we're almost ready. So we're just taking our gorgeous melted dark chocolate, drizzling it over our grilled fruit, 2 kinds of pears, skewers that have cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, and pineapple, and we're also putting some chocolate over some halved walnuts. Absolutely wonderful. Decky brekkie. And I'll lick the spoon if you don't mind. Whether you're looking for a romantic weekend here in Sydney at the Tandara Eco Tent, you're caravanning or tent camping here at Lane Cove National Park, make sure you get a good breakfast, maybe the decky brekkie made here in the camp kitchen. I'm RV Cooking Show Evanne on a 90 days down under road trip. Thanks for being with us. We're heading up the seashore now for Rollin On TV. Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show, and for additional information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos and stories, visit our website at rollinontv.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. As usual, this has been another fun production. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com. If you're into RVing or just appreciate vintage vehicles, be sure to set your GPS for the RV MH Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana. This museum houses the largest collection of vintage RVs and trailers dating as far back as 1916. For more information, visit their website at rvmhhalloffame.org. Be sure and visit the new RollingOnTV.com, where you'll find weekly shows along with a selection of videos, stories, information, and the latest RV news. Our lifestyle pages are full of great stories about places to go, things to do, and what's new, written by our viewers and RV writers from around the country. And if you're into great food and drinks, then visit our food and beverage pages, where we'll get your taste buds up and ready for an Epicurean adventure. All this and more on the new RollingOnTV.com.